Welcome to Shiny Speaks. This video is basically me addressing people in the comments. First of all, let's start with some of you don't even know God. Second of all, some of you don't even have a relationship with God. Some of you don't know nothing about God. Some of you not trying even to do his work with the wealth transfer. Some of you just heard the wealth transfer and y'all just went crazy. And then when someone said it's going to happen this day, and it didn't happen, here y'all is going crazy. Oh, y'all false prophets. Oh, y'all hearing different stuff. Oh, y'all this. Oh, y'all that. Yeah. I read y'all comments and I mostly respond to all y'all comments. But let me tell you something. Just because you hear God is about to bless his people with a wealth transfer, and you know you've been living la vida la loca, okay? Living a crazy life and not doing the work of the Lord. So anyway, let me address y'all, okay, for a minute. There was someone that commented that God, we said that the Shiba Inu coins was gonna drop on the 31st of August. I, for myself, never gave a time, a date, a year. I don't do that because God didn't speak to me that way. He didn't speak to me of, it's going to happen this day. It's going to happen that day. No, he did not speak to me like that. So I can't, y'all in my comments talking about, we said the 31st. Who is we? It's me, myself, and I. Second of all, a lot of you guys are saying, my God do not speak like that. God speak to people how we understand him. Because he knows that we are all different. He knows us differently. He know our personality are different. He made us different. So none of us really know how God speak. Each of us know how God speak to us. Okay? It's just like when I was, when I had this video on my channel about how my experience in hell. The setting was like a jail setting. You know why? Because I am a certified correctional juvenile officer. So the setting was set for me to understand that, in the mindset of an officer. See, that's how God speaks to me, for me to understand that, what he's trying to show me. He gave me that setting. And that's the first thing I want y'all to understand. God speaks to you how you understand it. Just because he speaks to me differently, that does not mean he is not speaking. That does not mean he's not speaking to the other people that hear his voice. Unless I've tested and God said, it ain't it. Okay? So, God speaks to people differently, people. He don't speak to everybody the same way. We're all different. And third of all, somebody said, God do not tell you about people. That is far from the truth. I know for me, when I'm talking to like a guy, I'm like, God, show me what I cannot see. And God will automatically show me what's wrong with that individual. Or God sometimes will just tell me like things about people that I need to know. Like stay away from. Like in a form of protection. So for somebody to say that God cannot tell you about people, that's wrong. That is not true. God will tell you about people. And sometimes you don't even have to ask. And a lot of people are saying, oh, that's tarot card, that's divination. I don't use none of these things. I don't even know like how these things even work. I remember I talked about it on my channel, but I don't even know how to start with these tarot cards in divination situation. So there's nothing card, divination, all of that. No, everything comes from God, okay? You guys are saying you are not a real prophet because the 31st passed and it did not come true. Again, I never gave you a date. I never gave you a time. Some people might have did. Again, God speaks to people differently. And there's a possibility that they interpret, oh my God, whatever the word is, wrong. Okay? And again, I never said I was a prophet. I never put myself in that position as of yet to call myself a prophet, because God been communicating to me forever. You know what I'm saying? Like when I didn't understand him, he was still communicating to me, okay? But I don't call myself a prophet. I call myself a servant of God, someone who hears from God, someone who knows God. And it was one time somebody called me a prophet, and it was my pastor. He called me a prophet because I confirmed something that he was asking God. We was doing we was fasting in the church. And then God gave me a dream. And I explained to him the dream because I thought the dream was for me. It was confusing. And then I went to him. I was like, this is what I saw. And then he said, no, that was for me. That's a confirmation for me. And he was the first person that ever called me a prophet. Okay? I don't hold that title. I mean, I don't call myself that, really. But, hey, he was the only one that called me a prophet, okay? Yeah, a lot of people are saying that I disobey God and, I listen to people and, what else? That when he told me, I was going to be broke, taking out money and loans and stuff like that, I disobeyed God. Nah, I didn't disobey God. I went back to God. I went back to God and asked God, what is up with that dream? You guys, the people in the comments was giving me their confirmation. So I was motivated to go back and ask God, like, what's up with that dream? What's up with that dream? I was not disobedient to God. And I'm not going to please people over God. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? We were all born alone. So me trying to please people, that's a no. And I pray that I never, ever do something like that. Okay. Some people are commenting that people that are talking about the Shiba Inu coins, that we are lying to gain fame, to gain money, to gain subscribers, and to gain whatever there is. Let me tell you, if you feel like in your heart that that's what we are trying to do, please unsubscribe. Please unsubscribe, unfollow, whatever it is that you got to do that could bring you peace. What is fame? What is fame without God? What is life without God? So why would I need fame from mortal humans when I got God? Huh? I don't do this for fame. I don't do this for fame. Yes, I want to grow my YouTube. Yes, I want to get monetized. But should I put that over God? No. I remember I asked God, if you want me to stop doing YouTube or posting on social media, please let me know. Because it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Because I know God got me. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much subscribers I got. It don't matter how much, if I get monetized or not. Because I know God got me, man. And if one day he says, Shiny, I want you to stop doing YouTube, it's done. It's done. Okay? There's nothing else to do. It's done. Some people say I don't really hear from God. I have no words for that. How you know I don't hear from God? You know? How you know I don't hear from God? Are you in my head? Yeah. I hear from God all the time. God speak all through different things. Sometimes it's through a video. Sometimes it's through visions, through dreams, through other people. Sometimes it's the wind. I remember God spoke through the wind through me. And he led me to my first job. So God speaks different ways. I hear God differently. And again, that's why you need to test the spirit to see if it's really from God. Because if it's not, you will know. There's a lot of things I had to go back and test. And it's like, oh, you know, in a dream it said it will happen this time. But it did not happen, so it can't be from God. You test in the spirit. And trust me, I hear from God different ways, through people, through dreams, visions, sometimes the wind, or just sitting quietly. You know what I'm saying? And you can hear God just speaking. And number 8, I think I addressed that already. Some dreams, we might interpret it wrong. Yeah, we might interpret it wrong. Oh, some of you just heard wealth transfer, and y'all went crazy. And y'all don't even know God. Y'all don't have no relationship with God. Y'all not serving God. Y'all not walking in his purpose, but you want his money. What is that? What is that? Then you get mad when somebody interprets something wrong, and you're like, oh, it's supposed to happen on the 31st. And it didn't happen. I mean, did you ask God about it? Huh? God probably could have told you something different if you really went to God and asked him about it. And if y'all scared to lose your money, simply take your money out. Take it out, and, you know, don't look at no videos that talk about Shiba Inu coins. Because I know when God speaks, oh, it happens. It might not happen on my time, on my watch, but it's going to happen, okay? And ask yourself, how everybody that do faith-based videos is hearing the same thing. And even people in the comments are hearing the same thing. Some people, years of these confirmation of hearing the same thing. Wouldn't you think something is about to pop off? Wouldn't you? And another thing I want y'all to think about is, you know, don't just say, I did address it. Don't think you're going to get God money and just do what you want to do, baby. Nope. It ain't going to happen. It is not going to happen. He gave instructions already of what he wants you to do with the money. Because there's going to be consequences for people that are not using the wealth transfer how it's supposed to be used. Okay? But yeah, if y'all think y'all gonna just get God money and do whatever y'all want and not do the work that he called you to do, or you gonna see a wrath of God that you have never seen before. Okay? And your family gonna come along right with you under that wrath. Oh, I remember a person saying, oh, you think you higher than other Christians. I'm like, no, I don't think like that. Just because I hear from God, just because I have a relationship with God, that don't mean I'm higher than other Christians. That's your perception of me. Okay? I never said anything like that. Every day I pray to God that I'm always humble. Humble. Because if I'm not humble, God will humble me. So I pray for humbleness every single chance I get. Okay? Peace.